Quick story is, Paul was in Jerusalem, and he was being harassed by the Jews because Paul was telling his story. How I was converted on the road to Damascus. How Jesus is the Christ. Jesus is the Messiah that we read about in the Old Testament. Jews would have nothing to do with that. They were on to him. They were getting ready to kill him. The Romans arrested him and were getting ready to scourge him. And he said, what did he say? I'm a Roman citizen. You can't scourge me. Okay? And then they took him to the Sanhedrin, and then Paul stirred up the Sanhedrin. Remember the Pharisees, Sadducees thing? Got them kind of worked against each other. Okay? And the Romans got him, had to get him again. Okay? Interesting stuff in Acts 22 through 24. Okay? So they interviewed again. Paul found out through his nephew, his sister's son, that his life was in danger. Okay? And so the Romans ended up sending him to Caesarea in regard of, we read about this in the Bible, okay, in Acts 23, I think, 24. 200 soldiers, 70 horsemen, and 200 spearmen. That's a lot of soldiers to protect one guy. So from Jerusalem to Caesarea, they took Paul under the arrest of the procurator, Felix. Felix, as I mentioned before, he lost 3.5 of the regions during his rule, okay, because Herod Agrippa was getting more and more control. Again, Herod Agrippa II never had control of Judea. If he had, things would have been different. Nero ended up replacing Felix in 60 with Festus. Okay?